Hey guys, it is February 8th, 2013, and it's a recap for today. Took two trades today, two trades only, both losers. Ending the week in the red, gave back about a fifth of my profits from yesterday in those two trades today. So, total bummer, but hey, it was a profitable week for me nonetheless, so I can't get too down on it. But anyways, let's talk about the YM trade today. I took, just so you know, I took a 2 point loss on an ES trade earlier. But anyways, let's talk about the YM trade. I had a bias short today. I was looking for a short, and I had several indications that the market being overbought, and so we were looking to go short. And I didn't stick to my plan this morning. That's what bit me in the ass. First rule is to take the swing prior to the session open, which would be here. And if I would have done that, this trade would have been probably the most beautiful trade of the week. And we'll talk about that in a second. Let's first talk about the trade that I did. So like I said, I had a bias short for several other reasons. And so what I was looking for was to go short based on this swing. So I got in off of these two bear signals. We had a little drop right here. I jumped in and got the worst possible price I could have possibly gotten today. And you could see I had my stop right on the other side of that the zero fib level, and you could see it just shot back in the other direction and took me out, and that was my day. And like I said, I took a short on the ES later in the afternoon, and I lost on that one too. So I lost my mojo, lost it sometime between yesterday and today, and so I just hung it up and going into the weekend in the red. But anyways, let's talk about what I should have done. Stuck to the plan, take that first swing prior to the session open, and as you can see, I got that one tick off. But anyways, you can see here I would have got that would have been the ideal trade. Actually, that's not perfect. Let me get down there right. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Okay, that's a little bit easier to see. So this is what we should have done. We should have got the fib here, to here, to here. And so that should have been our setup this morning based on the rules of taking that first swing prior to the open. And as you can see, I had the best possible price, but I was on the wrong side of it. Now, if I would have taken it on this swing, I probably would have got in right after this bar here. I would have dropped an order right there. So we would have got in at 1392, and as you can see, it jumped right up to that 100%. You would have taken half of your profits right there, and set your stop right below the 61 or right on it, and then the second half would have just jumped up right to that 62, trailed it with a stop, and you would have got stopped out somewhere in here. So it would have been a very profitable day for anybody who was on the other side of that trade. For me, it's the lucky SOB that got all the money. But anyways, that's a perfect trade today. Unfortunately, the mental side of it kind of screws with you. And like I said, I was looking for a short, so I forced a short opportunity. And that's not what the market was telling me to do. And so it bit me in the ass going into the weekend on the red. But overall, this week was very profitable, so I can't complain too much. So hopefully you guys have a great weekend. Back at it on Monday. And see you then. Bye.